Welcome to another edition of Engaging Presentations with me, Chris Davidson. In this episode, I'd like to look at how you visually organize your slides within PowerPoint and the slide sorter view. Let's have a look at a brief presentation. You can see that there are 8 slides in this example, but you can imagine how busy this screen would become if this file contained 80, 90, 200 slides. There's a much easier way of dealing with all of this, and yet so few PowerPoint users seem to know about it. Let's briefly look at how this example presentation is organized, and then I'll show you the way of reorganizing the screen. So I start from a blank slide, I then have a title slide and an introduction slide. I've then got the main content of the presentation, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, then a summary slide and a black slide to close. That's how I've chosen to build this example presentation. Now, let's look at how we can reorganize the view of these slides on the screen. Put the mouse in front of slide 1, right click, and there at the bottom of the right click menu you'll see it says add section. Left click add section, and this yellow horizontal bar appears at the top of all the slides, and all of the slides underneath have been selected. Go to that yellow horizontal bar that is currently called Untitled Section and right click. The first choice in the submenu is to rename the section. Left click that, and that opens up this small window in the center of the screen, and we're now going to type in this as, say, for example, intro. Left click on rename, and we now have one section in our presentation that is called intro, and currently all 8 slides live within the intro. Now, clearly the black slide, the title slide and the intro are part of the introduction, but then we move on to the main content. So let's put the mouse between slide 3 and slide 4, left click, right click, add section. We now have a new section that's been created. Right click on the yellow horizontal bar, rename that section content for the sake of argument. Slide 7 and slide 8 are the summary slide and the end of the presentation. So let's go between slide 6 and 7, left click, right click, add section. Right click across the yellow horizontal bar, rename that section and call it summary. Rename. And now you can see that we've reorganized all of our slides into very manageable, easy sections, and you can close each of those sections and open just the section on which you want to work. Also, if you right click on a particular section, you can see here that you can move the section up or down. So just for the sake of argument, and just to illustrate how it works, I'll right click on introduction and move that section down, and now the introduction section and all its slides is below the content. Of course, quite ridiculous, so let's move it back up again to the top. But I hope you can see how much easier it is to work with all of your content when you have it organized into sections.